Hey guys, welcome back to Karting with Chris. Today's video is going to be the Summer 6 pre-final race. Now for today's video, we qualified in 3rd place, which was pretty good because there was a lot of fast drivers here today. So if you've never been here or you didn't know, starting on the inside going forwards at this track is really good. Usually the people who start on the outside lose a position, and sometimes if there's a wreck, the people on the outside kind of get screwed. So before we begin this race, I'm going to give you the driver lineup real quick, and I'm not going to name everyone's name, so just don't feel like you're being left out. So on pole we have Ava, who's really fast this day. We've got Ross in 2nd, who we've had a couple races with. I'm in 3rd, of course. And then Chuck's in 4th. We were working together during qualifying, so I know he's quick. Adrian is also really quick. He's going to be starting in 5th. And then all the way down in 9th, we have my brother, and we need to watch out for him during this video as well. Of course, like I just said, if I didn't say your name, it's not that I hate your guts or anything. It's just that the people's names I did say were actually in this video, so don't be offended. So the start of this race should be really easy for me. All I have to do is follow Ava and I should be good. Just don't let Ross in front of me and I should be good to go. So going down the back straight here, we're going to push Ava just a little bit just to make sure that she doesn't pull away from us. And we're going to wait for the flagman to wave green. Flagman's waving green and we're good to go. So right off the bat, we're going to jump into 2nd temporarily. Ava goes a little wide. I try and look for the move on the inside. Adrian is on the outside going into turn 2. We're still in 3rd position and we didn't lose a position, which is good. And my brother, who started in 9th, is actually in 4th right behind me. So I tap the back of my helmet going into the chicane. I'm telling my brother, let's work together, as Adrian's looking for the move on Ava, thinks better of it. But my brother got a really good start. He said that everyone just washed out to the outside and he just dove on the inside and passed like 4 people instantly. So coming out of turns 8 and 9 right here, we are going to push Adrian. We're not going to pass him. And I kind of want to stay in 3rd place. If I get a shot for 1st place, I'll go for it. But at this point in the race, I'm pretty satisfied for 3rd place as we get a face full of grass going through turn 2. But like I just said, I want to stay in 3rd place. And the reason why is wherever you finish in the pre-final, that's where you start in the final. And I want to start on the inside for the final because the people who started on the outside for this race, they're all the way back behind us. So the start of this race actually went pretty well. I mean, I'd like to be in 1st place, but 3rd place is good enough. So what Adrian in 2nd place right now is going to want to do is he's either going to want me to pass him so he gets 3rd, or he's got to pass Ava. So I'm not going to pass him, and I think he knows that, so he wants to get 1st place. I've got my brother behind me. He obviously wants to pass me, so he's in 3rd place. So for this race, I'm going to sit back and defend against my brother. So I've never actually had a bumper-to-bumper race with Adrian before. I've had plenty with my brother, plenty with Ava, but I've never had a bumper-to-bumper race with Adrian before. So this is a pretty fun experience. I've never, driven with him this close before. I've been in races with him, but he usually passes me because I'm too slow. So it's fun to see other people's driving styles and learn a thing or two. So I don't know if you've noticed already, but we are going forwards for this race. We're not going backwards like my last video. And if you've never been here before, going forwards is a lot easier than going backwards. So if you take the chicane for instance, going backwards, that chicane's really hard, but going forwards, it's easily flat out. So what that means is that the lap times are going to be a little closer together, the margins are going to be a little smaller, and it makes it really hard to pull away from people. So as we're entering turn 7 over here, we're going to look behind me and we can see my brother has fallen back a little bit, which gives me a little bit of breathing room. I don't have to defend as much from him. I mean, I wasn't defending this entire lap, but now the 3 of us can pull away. But you can see Ava and Adrian are kind of pulling away from me on the straights. I'm not quite within that draft, but I can still keep up in the corners. So coming out of turn 1 and going into turn 2, Adrian sends it on the inside of Ava. Adrian's now in 1st place, Ava's in a close 2nd. I've caught up a little, and we don't want to be fighting too much because then we'll bring my brother into this equation. I think the main reason Adrian passed Ava on lap 5 is he sees there's a back marker coming up ahead, and he doesn't want Ava to put a back marker in between him and Ava. So like I said in the beginning of this race, I'm just sitting back and watching the show. If my brother does catch up to us, I will defend against him if necessary, but I'm just sitting back and watching this racing. Maybe I can learn a thing or two. And like I did say at the beginning, if one of them makes a catastrophic mistake and I can go up into first place, I'll definitely take it. So we are catching up to this back marker, and hopefully Adrian doesn't pull away from us and the back marker slows us down. So going into turn 7 up here, we're going to be right next to the back marker. Adrian's going to send it on the inside going through turns 8 and 9, and Ava wasn't close enough, and now we've got a back marker in between us. I do have a draft with Ava, and I'm going to push her. The back marker sees us, lets us by. Adrian doesn't have a draft, and it allows us to catch right back up to him. So thankfully that back marker did not hold us up too much, and we are still within striking distance of Adrian. We are on the second to last lap, and that's when most of the battling starts to happen. So coming out of the chicane right here, Ava's going to get in Adrian's slipstream, pull along beside him. She's going to go for the move into turn 7. Adrian's going to try and get this switchback on her. He holds it pretty well, but then there's a yellow flag up ahead, so he can't pass her. Going through turns 8 and 9 right here, we're going to have to hold off. We can't pass. You can see there's a bit of debris on the left-hand side right there. I think it was someone's bumper. But we're now white flag. We're past the yellow flags, and Adrian sends it on the inside going to turn 1. It's a good move by him. He goes defensive into turn 2. All this fighting has allowed my brother to catch up to us. Adrian goes defensive into turn 3 again. He doesn't want Ava getting by him. Coming out of turn 3 and then going into the chicane, Adrian's going to go defensive into turn 7, and we can see my brother has caught up to us, so I am worrying. Adrian holds the inside of turn 7, goes defensive through 8 and 9 right here. We're right on Ava's bumper. We're going to hope we don't get second, as it's going to be a straight up drag race to the end. Adrian holds it narrow. It is a shorter distance line. I'm going to be in the slipstream of Ava, and Adrian and I were actually neck and neck near the end, and I accidentally almost got second place. So that was a really enjoyable race. It was really fun all the way to the end. Good racing from Ava, good racing from Adrian. Brilliant start from my brother. He was able to catch up near the end, but he just didn't have enough laps to pass me. So for the next race, I'll be starting in third, which is on the inside, which is really good. So not disappointed in that finish. Of course, I'd like first, but here's the gap between the top 4. It was really close finish, photo finish, whole lot of fun. But that's all I have for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, please comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.